Hey guys, it's Charles, and you're watching Trans Kids with Cameras. I know I missed the free week of all weeks, but I don't even have an excuse. I apologize. Anyways, now I'm back, and this week we're talking about identities with, the gender and stuff. That gross thing. And I definitely think this is a good week for me because I literally spent this entire year questioning my gender. Like, I remember on New Year's Eve thinking about what gender am I? Because I've gone back and forth between, oh, I'm just non-binary, I'm agender, I'm a boy, I'm gender fluid. I spent this entire year being like, the fuck am I? The fuck? The fuck? And honestly, I still don't have it figured out. Right now, I think I'm a boy, but maybe leaning on non-binary slightly. I'm not sure. One thing I want to say before I guess, try to give tips or anything about that, which I don't know if I'm really the best qualified to give tips about figuring anything out, but, hello, Oliver. You want to come say hi? Look at my cutie. Isn't he adorable? Do you know your gender, Oliver? Do you have a gender? Too busy being a cat to care? Good idea. Yep, that's my cutie. Ain't he cute? Anyways, when you're trying to figure out your identity, honestly, don't worry about it. I know it's this huge thing and often it can be very, very stressful. Like, I know I've spent countless nights freaking out about what gender am I? And if I'm this gender, how is this gonna affect my life in the future? And like, am I just denying this, being this gender just because I don't want to deal with the difficulties that could be connected with it? Or what? Or am I just not that gender? Very confused. And honestly, I'm not even going to try to give tips because how everybody figures out their identity is different. There are some people who, like the narrative you hear 99% of the time is, I knew I was this gender since I was 4. Or, there's some people who don't even begin to question it until they're 16 or, hell, 30. You don't have to know. Or you can identify as one gender for a really long time. Like, I've identified as a boy for like 6 years. I identified as one for like 6-ish years on and off. Like, there were times where I was like, no, I'm not, I'm cis. Totally cis. So cis. Okay, so my camera stopped recording, and now I can no longer get good lighting. I'm sorry, but whatever. Back onto the video. Anyways, like I said, definitely not cis, but I didn't, like, up until, well, it wasn't until, like, last year-ish that I was, like, maybe, but then I was like, no, it wasn't until, like, this year, like, a little before, that I was like, maybe I am somewhere on the non-binary spectrum. I didn't know, I wasn't sure, and that's fine. Not knowing your gender is fine. Maybe you know what you are, but you just don't know the label for it. That's fine. Or if you find a label that fits you, but you don't like the label. Like, for a long time I thought demi-boy described me properly. I just didn't like the term demi-boy. So I didn't identify as one. And I forget what I identified as. But, you can do that. Or you can coin your own term, if that makes you feel more comfortable. You can do whatever you want to figure it out. Like, if figuring out for you means dressing differently, like putting on makeup when you normally wouldn't, dressing more masculine, dressing more feminine, dressing more androgynously. Not that you have to be androgynous to be non-binary, just clearing that up. You can do whatever you want. You can figure out your gender however you want, however you need to. However you figure it out, if you ever do figure it out, is fine. Just You're you. That's all that matters. As long as you're happy and comfortable with how you're identifying, that's all that matters. Okay, well, now that I got that little spiel out of the way, I guess that's all I have to say. So, anyways, I will see you all probably next week. Bye.